Good morning and welcome to 5 Minutes of Freedom. It's the 29th day of November. It is a rainy and kind of just cool, yucky day. Didn't really want to get up this morning, but you know what? I'm thankful to be live this morning. I'm thankful to be able to do 5 Minutes of Freedom, and I'm thankful that you joined us here at 5 Minutes of Freedom today. I want to say thank you very, very much for joining us here at 5 Minutes of Freedom on this 29th day of November. 5 Minutes of Freedom is brought to you by Archangel Outreach Ministries. You can check us out online at archangeloutreach.org, or you can check us out on Facebook or YouTube. Facebook, you can go to 5 Minutes of Freedom, or Facebook, you can go to Archangel Outreach Ministries, or on YouTube, you can search 5 Minutes of Freedom. You can check us out at either one of the locations. We would love to hear from you. We would love to hear some messages from you, and I would love some suggestions on some different scriptures or different things that you're going through in your life. We could talk about those, we could converse about those, and that would just be awesome if you'd send me those messages. 5 Minutes of Freedom. It takes 5 minutes. We talk about personal experiences, biblical comparison. We talk about scriptures. We talk about different things that help us throughout our day. It's just 5 minutes in the morning that helps us get going. It helps me get going. I hope it helps you get going. I've got a lot of messages from different people that says, man, this is great. This is awesome. Keep it up. That's what keeps me rolling. It's not all about me. It's about the people that watch this as well. And if we come together as a collective whole, we can help make it through this day. I know it's Monday morning. I know it's the day, Monday after Thanksgiving weekend. It is a tough day. I didn't want to get out of bed this morning. I had a struggle this morning. It's rainy outside. It's cool. But I know that today has got some great things in store for me. So, 5 Minutes of Freedom. Taking that 5 minutes. You know, I heard some great sermon yesterday at church. I heard a pastor talk about how humble God was. It really touched me as far as how that really struck home with me, and a scripture came to mind, and I was sitting there listening to the pastor, and he was talking about how humble God is. How God, Jesus, came to this earth as a little baby. That really was profound to me as he humbled himself in order to come to this earth and be able to start at a very young age, at a very little baby, very much in need of protection, very impressionable. And the thing is that just, I never looked at it that way. And the scripture that I looked at this morning, it comes out of 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 6. And it starts off just like this. Humble yourselves, therefore, under God's mighty hand, that he may lift you up in due time. Cast all your anxiety on him because he cares for you. He shows us that he's cared for us by humbling himself to come as a young child, very vulnerable, dependent on us. Dependent on Mary and Joseph. Dependent on other Christians to believe his word. He humbled himself in order that we may have a better way to live. And in Scripture, it is asked of us to humble ourselves. To get our stinking thinking out of the way. To get ourselves out of the way and say, you know what? I need God. But so many times we say, I got this, I can do this, or I got to clean myself up, or things are like this, and I'll get God when I need God. It doesn't work that way. Do you really believe Jesus wanted to come to this earth as a baby? He said, send me as a 30-year-old. Heck, send me as a 25-year-old. I don't want to go through the rigors of growing pains. But he was willing to do that because he was willing to humble himself in order that he may understand what we go through, growing pains, learning things, experiencing new things, tasting new foods. God humbled himself that we may understand that we have to do the same things. To humble ourselves is to mean that I am not the God of my own world. I am not in control of things. I've said this many times. I've tried to control things so many in my life, and then I've controlled them right into the penitentiary. I've controlled them right into lustful situations. I've controlled them right into addictions with drugs. Because I was not willing to humble myself to say that I needed help, that I was not willing to accept help. Humility is a tough thing for all of us. human beings alike. The devil tries to lie to us day in and day out that we need nothing except ourselves, that we are the gods of our own universe. It's such a lie. God humbled himself that we may have this salvation if we can find it inside ourselves to humble ourselves before Jesus Christ. He has paid the ultimate price. He has paid the price at the cross. The question is today, will you humble yourself? Will you give God a chance in your life to see if he will change your life? I tell you from 100% experience that he will change your life, but you have to humble yourself today. This is 5 Minutes of Freedom brought to you by Archangel Outreach Ministries. God bless you and have a great day.